Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. That's how you would talk to your daughter, to be like, yo, wear those little short shorts and put it on a t-shirt. Yo, Shaq is wrong for this. And you deserve the backlash you're getting. We have all the information. Apparently, allegedly, they have wiretaps. There is so much BS going around the internet about Tory Lanez. It's all cap. How come the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch gets bail, but Diddy doesn't? What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, it's Monday morning. I know y'all hate a Monday morning, but don't worry. I got a good show set up to get you through the day. All right, I got 3 lead stories. We're going to talk Lil Druk's arrest. I have the full breakdown for you. We're going to talk Tory Lanez and the backlash Shaquille O'Neal is facing. We got quick news. We're going to talk about Abercrombie and Fitch, Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, R. Kelly, Washington Post, singer Loomis, Beyoncé, and RIP to DJ Clark Kent. Then we're going to close out, as we always do, a question of the day and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TV, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Lil Durk faces imprisonment or the unaliving penalty if he is found guilty for the M-word for hire plot. All right, so there's a lot of information going around about Durk. I'm sure most of you have ever heard by now that Durk got arrested on Friday. I think it was Friday morning this happened. But there's a lot of misconceptions. So we just piled all the information together for you guys in just one episode, just to bring you up to date on what's going on with Durk. All right. We have a lot of clips, a lot of articles. So just sit back and get all your Durk information up to date. All right. So one of the things I want to start off by doing is I want to break down his charges. Here is somebody who is known for covering the Tory Lanez trial on Instagram. So I just want to go to a little clip to him first to break down the charges. A lot of people feel like he might be getting a RICO charge or this or whatever. I just want to explain to you guys what the actual breakdown of this M-word for hire plot is about. Take a listen.
It's about Lil Durk being indicted. Let's get into the facts. After Von was murdered, a high-ranking member of OTF let it be known that there was a bounty on the head of an individual involved in that King Von murder. That's believed to be Quando Rondo. So reading between the lines of the indictment, the feds are saying that Durk put money on Rondo's head.
All right. So obviously I couldn't play the whole thing, but just to wrap it up quickly. So this goes back to King Von, Quando Rondo, and they're saying that Durk was the one who put money on Quando Rondo's head, right? For those of you who don't know, Quando Rondo was the one who allegedly unalived King Von, all right? That's a whole other episode for a whole other day. So the key thing here is that what makes this charge so huge is that M-word for hire faces life imprisonment or the unaliving penalty. That is what is so shocking. I mean, this is worse than Diddy's charges, right? I mean, like, if he is found guilty of this, he's never going to be let out of jail again, or he could face the unaliving penalty. A lot of people are saying that the feds are not going to go after for the unaliving penalty, but we definitely do believe that if he is found guilty, he for sure will never see the light of day again. The reason why, which is really important, which is a lot of people don't know, in cases like this for like, manslaughter or the M-word 1 or 2 or 3, there's different levels of M-word charges, right? When it's premeditated, the fact that you put money on somebody to unalive somebody, that is like beyond premeditated or the essence of premeditated. That's why this case is so huge. Okay. I do want to play a little clip from the same lawyer who will explain why it's hard to prove this, because it has to trace back to money, because that's M-word for hire. That's his charge, right? So you have to find out, you have to prove that he actually paid somebody to plot this out and commit this. So listen to this clip right here.
The thing about the indictment in California, this is a murder for hire plot. And what's very interesting is they've picked up, arrested who they believe are the shooters. You read that indictment and it says the bounty was paid. And so if you can prove who paid that bounty, who's the money man, that's who you're going to want to go after if you're the Fed. Now, if you can't connect to a money man, then you can't get the money man. Somebody, unless you have hard evidence of the money transfer, you're going to need a witness to say that guy gave me the money. It's very hard to prove who hands over the cash without witness testimony.
All right, so a couple of key things in there, right? So the feds have the alleged people who committed the act, right? That they got them first, and then they went off and got Durk. I'm gonna explain to you why they picked up Durk and they didn't pick him up right away. Just bear with me. So the fact that they have the people who allegedly did it, they're weighing on them to snitch on Durk, which is something else I'm going to talk about too. So, they have to prove that he at first, again, paid them off. Or if there is no money trail, let's say they paid it cash, you have to have somebody that says, yes, he did do it. Now, the thing that's really important in court is somebody's character. Are they a solid character witness? If there's somebody that has already been in trouble or has already been in jail or have a record, the defense could just say, hey, this person just wants to get out of jail, right? So if you have somebody who is a citizen, an everyday good Samaritan saying that, yes, he paid me to do this, that holds more weight than somebody who is, who has charges and who is in the street. So having those people arrested, they're not good Samaritans. Their guys are in the streets. I don't know how much weight that holds. So although his charge is very serious, I feel, just my opinion, the feds are going to have a hard time proving it. However, like I said, I have a lot of information. However, there is something that people are saying they allegedly have, and that's wiretaps. And if this is true, then they're not even going to need anybody to testify. They're not even going to need to trace the money because apparently, allegedly, they have wiretaps. Listen to this.
You just came home not too long ago, like when you come home.
So I've been home a little bit over a year, did my time. Ain't told them nobody.
Right.
Now I'm back. I'm living a life I never thought I'd live.
All right, so that was just a video from OTF Jam, okay? Now, this is the guy who they're allegedly saying was wearing a wire and has jammed up Durk, all right? It says, Little Durk was reportedly snitched on by a childhood friend, OTF Jam, who allegedly wore a wire for, get this, several years. Little Durk co-conspirator 1 got snitched on by co-conspirator 2, aka OTF Jam. Jam just got out of jail for doing 12 years in prison, and he was welcomed home from Lil Durk by Lil Durk gave him $50,000. And after that, he got apparently involved in the Quando Rondo M-word for hire. So I'll read to you a little bit of the indictment. It's a little confusing, but we'll try to make sense of it, all right? So co-conspirator 1 would place bounties on individuals that co-conspirator 1, this is Lil Durk, okay, that other OTF members wanted to unalive, including TB. As a part of the bounty, co-conspirator known and unknown, including defendants Wilson, would pay anyone who took part in unaliving TB, who is Quando Rondo, and or rewarded individuals with lucrative music opportunities with OTF records. Co-conspirator known and unknown included defendant Wilson would recruit others, including defendant Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 to find, track, and unalive TB, which is Quando Rondo. So they have OTF Jam, who is Durk's friend, and that is who they're saying was wearing a wire. So he does not have a great track record, like I said, about being a good Samaritan. Obviously, he was in jail for 12 years. But if you hear that part in the video where he said, yo, I just got home, I've been home for a year, I did my time. I did my bid. I ain't tell on anybody. That alone right there lets you know, like, why are you offering up that information, bro? You know what I mean? If somebody comes home, he's like, yo, I did my time. I didn't say anything. You know what I mean? Like that, he's already feeling guilt. So we don't know for sure, but this is the person allegedly who got Durk tripped up. All right, let's just close the legal part out from this lawyer explaining that this is not a RICO case. I don't understand why they have not charged Durk with RICO. My guess it's because of these wiretaps and because of the information that they have specifically with this unaliving of Quando Rondo. And I think it's probably a harsher sentence, clearly, because it's imprisonment for life, no parole, and potentially the unaliving penalty. So here is somebody smarter than me at the law explaining to you guys why he's not charged with RICO. Take a listen.
Here's the big thing you got to understand about the Lil Durk situation. The indictment that's been released is not a RICO charge. Doesn't matter if he's in a gang or what or this or that. What's going to matter here is, did he hire someone for the murder?
See, so who knows why the feds do what they do, but that's just what it is. All right. So he just has that one charge and no RICO charge. All right. Let's go on now to explain to you guys a little bit where Durk was arrested, where he's going to, and why they decided to pick him up right away. Durk was trying to flee. He was in Florida at the time, and he was trying to run away. Listen to this. Lil Durk tried fleeing the U.S. yesterday, well, this was a couple of days ago, on a private jet to Italy after associates were arrested in Chicago. He initially booked flights to Dubai and Switzerland, but didn't board. By 6:40 p.m., the feds learned of his 9 p.m. Italy flight and arrested him on his way to the Miami airport. So we don't know if they would have even picked him up right away. This is actually a good thing for Durk. They arrested his boys, right? The OTF Jam and all those other guys I read to you in the indictment. And they were like, yo, well, let's not pick Durk right up right away. But Durk got wind of it and was like, yo, I'm out. Why he booked these flights, I don't know if they were commercial or private, or why he booked it and in a way that the feds could find out is beyond me. I mean, the kind of money that and access that Durk has, I don't know why he did go underground with this, but I don't know if it was commercial flights. We don't have that details, but the feds got wind of it and it's like, oh, he's trying to run. Boom, let's grab him right now. Two ways you could look at it. It could be that the feds weren't ready, meaning that these guys weren't fully ready to snitch yet or whatever, blah, blah. But they were like, yo, we do not want him to run, so let's grab him now. I think that is actually to Durk's advantage, right? Obviously, if they weren't ready to pick him up, that's obviously for a reason. All right, so let's now jump over to academics and Whack 100 talking about Durk not getting bail. I think we all knew this, that he's not going to get bail. Diddy didn't get bail. Thug didn't get bail. You know Durk ain't going to get bail, but let's listen to this quickly.
He's not going to get bail. He's not going to get bail.
He ain't getting no bail. You out your goddamn mind? Puffy ain't getting bail for pink cocaine.
All right, so that's, again, just wanted to just confirm that. AC and Whack 100, you know, they got a lot of access. They know what's going on. A lot of people are like, oh, he might get bailed. He's not getting bail, all right? All right, so that was Whack and AC. Let's jump over. I have 2 or 3 other clips from just local bloggers, whatever, just giving their feedback. And it's kind of funny, or not funny actually, to see different people's reaction. Okay, so I have Charleston White, Adam22, DJ Vlad, and Wallow. Okay, let's start out with Charleston White. Take a listen.
Well, they say the chicken's coming home to roost. Ain't nobody laughing at Durk like they were laughing at me when I went to jail. Now your favorite rapper go to jail and look like he got a no bond like me. That boy got a federal no bond.
Now listen, some of you might hate Charleston White, some of you might like him. Every time that somebody gets arrested or they do something, so I was like, yeah, I'm happy he got arrested, he was bad for the community. Yo, Charleston White is a comedian. He is a troller. He's like 6'9", right? So I just don't understand why people take him seriously. Just that's what he does for engagement. I don't think he cares really either way. He just tries to do shocking things to troll people. So if I were you guys, I just wouldn't give him much attention. More interesting though, Adam22 had this to say. Imagine how hard the feds were laughing when they saw this. Lil Durk was awarded 2 keys to the city of Chicago just a couple of days ago. Now he is arrested by U.S. Marshals and is being held in Broadway County, awaiting to be extradited. Now, Adam22, no jumper, big blogger out there. Like, I don't understand, right? Like, Adam22 was supposed to be for the underground hip hop community, whatever, blah, blah. Like, why post this at a time like this? Like, I question this. You know what I mean? Like, why highlight this at this time? I'll leave that for you guys to discuss, but that's why a lot of people hate on Adam, right? It's like he has this whole, movement and blog or whatever that's supposed to be supporting underground hip hop. And it's like, oh, look at the feds. I'm sure the feds were probably laughing at this. Like, I just feel like these are not the things that you should be saying at this time. Let's go to another hater, Vlad. DJ Vlad clowns Lil Durk following his arrest. DJ Vlad tweeted this. In multiple interviews, I said that nobody would get on a plane to unalive somebody. I said this because there would be so much evidence it would guarantee you prison. Well, today I was proven wrong. Lil Durk was actually stupid enough to send 5 guys on a plane to unalive Quando Rondo. They ended up unaliving the wrong person, and now 6 of them are facing life in prison or even the D penalty. Again, this is a man who has a platform that is supposed to be for hip hop, the community, or whatever. Now, of course, I think Vlad and Durk have beef, but again, there's just no need for this. One of the clips that I'm ending with is Wallow, somebody who is really for the community and who really is trying to keep our young black men out of the streets. And this clip is surfacing of Wallow trying to warn Durk not to ride for King Von and go after Quando Rondo. I love this clip. Shout out to Wallow. Good dude. Met him a couple of times. Him and Gilly always do amazing things on their podcast and do things for the community. These are the type of clips that we need to circulate. Listen to Wallow.
You know, I got a TED Talk. I forgave my brother's color. And I'm saying it to say this. If I ain't let that shit go, I won't be right here today. I won't be here for my niece and my nephews. Me and Gil won't be doing this. Y'all won't owe me. I won't be able to give y'all this game. And now I'm here today.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Wallow. All right, so that is my roundup for Lil Durk. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more news and updates coming through. And of course, we will keep you up to date on what's going on. All right, in our second lead story, an LA appellate court has allegedly found Tory Lanez to be innocent and are awaiting to reinvestigate Tory Lanez's case to see if he was unfairly prosecuted. All right. This is totally false. I have 3 different sources to let you guys know that this is totally false. The appellate court will hear the case. Just to sum it up quickly, he has not been awarded a new trial. Nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed is that the appellate court will hear the case. Simple as that. There's a lot of people online over the weekend like, yeah, they found him innocent. Now it's time for the DA. Now he's going to be let out. Yo, free Tory. I'm not saying that's not going to happen. All I'm saying is that the appellate court just say, we will hear your case on why he feels he needs to be let out of jail. That's it. All right. So I'll give you guys first, our lead correspondent, Megan. And this is what she tweeted out and said, got home from the World Series and learned that some people spent Friday night spreading lies about Tory Lanez's apparent situation. No, the appellate court did not declare Tory Lanez innocent, not even close. Okay. Tory Lanez fans was jumping for joy after paperwork from the appellate court accepting his innocence plea made rounds on social media. However, that does not mean he is proven innocent. There is still more steps to be taken, and the DA has 2 weeks to respond. Simple as that. Again, they just approved that they'll hear his case on innocence. doesn't mean that he's found innocent. Here's another thing from the same lawyer before, Lawyer for Workers, that was talking about Durk. Take a listen.
Tory Lanez innocent claim accepted by appellate court, giving DA 2 weeks to respond. Let's talk about what this means. So first off, when they say accepted by the appellate court is just saying they're going to hear the appeal.
Thank you. They're just going to listen. And finally, my girl, Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club, shout out to The Breakfast Club, she said, according to my sources, the court has not heard this yet. There will be a hearing in the first quarter of 2025. They need to hear oral arguments first, which aren't even scheduled. So they accepted it. It may come to court. Sorry, it will go to court, but they don't even have a date. They're saying it's the first quarter of 2025, and they're not even scheduled to hear oral arguments yet. So listen, I'm a Canadian, man. I want Tory Lanez to have a fair trial, whether you're on one side or another. That's not what I'm here to talk about. You guys can argue about that in the comment section. Feel free to make all your comments that say free Tory, okay? However, my point is that let's just deal with the facts. Tory Lanez has not been found innocent. He's not let out of jail. He's not going to be let out of jail. The appellate court just said, we will hear you. And that's it. All right, in our third and final lead story, Angel Reese gets annoyed with Shaq after he keeps fantasizing about her dunking in the tiny shorts she wore to the Wilding Out event. Yeah, this is just really horrible. And I love Shaq. I partied with Shaq a couple of times in Toronto. That's my guy, and he's a good dude. But I have to call out people when they're wrong, and Shaq is totally wrong for this. I'm going to play a clip from the interview where Shaq is making these comments to Angel Reese. Also, too, I'm a big Angel Reese fan. And I'm going to play the clip and then explain to you why it's so wrong. Shaq is Angel Reese's mentor. He signed her to Reebok. Shaq is the president of basketball at Reebok. And yeah, I'm really disappointed, man. Take a listen to Shaq, and we'll talk about it on the other side. Take a listen.
Bro, imagine you. I'm not imagining. Let me finish. Imagine you in the same little shirt you had on at the Wild 'N Out show, dunking. You know how many t-shirts you gonna sell? You tripping. Oh my God. What? Oh God. The same little shirt you had on. Okay, all right.
She's like, all right. I'm not imagining. Like, look, the girl is telling you to stop, and you're continuing. Now, he's saying that he wants to make a new logo and put it on a shirt or whatever to sell shirts as the president of Reebok, but that's wrong. And what makes it even more wrong is that earlier in the interview, he said, Angel, how many times have I told you that I love you? She said a lot. He's like, I love you like my daughter. He said, we have a good relationship, and I don't like people saying that, like you and Angel Reese are close to something going on. He's like, I don't like how people are spreading those rumors because I love you like you're my own daughter, so I don't play that. And then you make a comment like that? Like, that's how you would talk to your daughter, to be like, yo, wear those little short shorts and put it on a t-shirt? Yo, Shaq is wrong for this. I know he's a good dude, but totally wrong for this, and he deserves all the backlash. I don't know if he's going to come out and apologize for this or say anything, but this is just not a good look for Shaq, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Maybe you don't agree with me. Maybe you think this was all in fun, but I think that was totally wrong and inappropriate. And I hope that he at least apologized to Angel Reese privately if he's not going to do it publicly. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Ex-Abercrombie and Fitch CEO smiles with ankle monitor after posting a $10 million bail for sexual assault cases. Former Abercrombie and Fitch boss Mike Jeffries, who federal prosecutors accused of sexual assault and forcing women into sex work, left Florida court yesterday after posting a $10 million bail. With a security detail and ankle monitor. A lot of people are talking about this online and are really unhappy. Like I said, Diddy posted or wanted to post $50 million and he was not let out on bail. Why is this former CEO, being let out of jail? I think it's totally wrong and it's just not right. All right, in our second quick story, Justin Bieber is allegedly broke and going after everybody that played with his pockets. There's a lot of talk going around about Justin Bieber, especially the fact after Diddy got arrested that, they're always tying everything to Diddy, anybody that was cool with Diddy. But I feel like there is some truth to this. I know he just had a kid, but every couple of weeks we've been hearing a couple of things. I don't know if he's fully broke, but I definitely know that he has a lot of issues that are going on. So, we're looking out and praying for Justin Bieber. I got to back up my Canadians, yo. All right, in our third quick story, Chris Brown's accuser claims he tried to stifle her cries with kisses during alleged sexual assault in new documentary. All right, you guys know I've been reporting on Chris Brown for the past couple of weeks. There's a new documentary coming out with Chris Brown. He has a big concert in South Africa. There's a big push to not let him come. I think they have like 50,000 signatures. And this is just the latest person. I'll read you guys a quick quote from the article. The woman who's going as Jane Doe in the film chose to keep her face anonymous while detailing the alleged incident. She reportedly claimed that she was taken to a bedroom on the ship and she began to lose control of herself, leading to Chris Brown sexually assaulting her. She also claimed that Chris Brown violated her and attempted to quiet her by repeatedly covering her mouth and kissing her. So again, just another allegation. I don't know exactly when the date is when this documentary is being let out. I know Perez Hilton is going after him. A lot of people are going after Chris Brown. I don't know if he's going to get arrested, but remember all these stuff that was going around Diddy first, all these legal cases, and then he got arrested. I don't know. The feds seem very active out here. Young Thug, Diddy, Durk. Chris Brown might be next. All right, our fourth quick story. Has R. Kelly been released from prison? Fans are searching for answers after this leaked photo. All right, I'm going to put this picture up on YouTube, or for those of you who are on YouTube or Spotify, you can see it. For those of you who cannot see it, I'll describe it. It looks somebody like maybe that his lawyer beside him, and R. Kelly is in jeans, boots, and this red jacket, and they both have files in their hands. Nobody's saying where this picture is from or what the date is. I don't know if this is an old picture, why it's resurfacing now. There's not too much more information out there. Are they transferring him to another prison? Obviously, if he was let out, we obviously would know it would hit mainstream media. But what's going on with R. Kelly? I don't know. Is he talking? Is he collaborating? Is he moving around? There's something that's going on why this picture is being let out. Why isn't he in his prison outfits? Why isn't he shackled? What's going on with R. Kelly? I don't know. The more I hear, I will let you guys know. But if you guys have any answers, please comment below and let me know if you guys have heard anything of what is going on with R. Kelly and this picture. Our fifth quick story. The Washington Post planned to endorse VP Kamala Harris, but the owner, Jeff Bezos, made them pull their endorsement. As a result, one of their editors has resigned. All right, this is actually big news because the Washington Post, I think for like 3 or 4 decades, 30 or 40 years, has always backed and endorsed a candidate. And now for the first time, Jeff Bezos is not allowing them to do so. Regardless of who you're voting for, I just don't like when a big company, is afraid to endorse somebody because they're afraid of backlash from one of the two political opponents. The U.S. is a free speech, home of the free, land of the brave, right? So just take a listen to this clip.
This is obviously an effort by Jeff Bezos to curry favor with Donald Trump.
Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think this is real? Do you think it's true? Is CNN lying? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, do you think Jeff Bezos is actually not coming out and saying that who he wants to endorse? Is he colluding with Trump? What's going on? Let me know what you guys think. I honestly don't know what to think about this, but my point is that if you've been doing something for the past 30 or 40 years and all of a sudden now you're just not doing it anymore, sounds a little sus to me. Let me know what y'all think. Our sixth quick story, singer Loomis messes up the national anthem at free and equal election presidential campaign. All right, this is going to go down as the worst national anthem ever of all times. Fergie had the title before. Move over, Fergie. Loomis is here. Take a listen.
Can I go back? Can I go back, please? I got too nervous.
Yo, performance or stage training 101 will tell you, never highlight your mistakes. Never stop singing. If you ever seen an artist fall on stage, they always bounce back up and keep going. That's training 101. You don't mess up your note and be like, oh my gosh, I messed it up. I effed it up. I effed it up. Can I go back? Can I go back? I don't know if you guys heard the guys like, yo, we're live. We can't go back. Like, yo, when you're live, yo, the show keeps going, man. This was hilarious. Our seventh quick story, Beyonce shows up for Kamala Harris and she says, I'm here as a mother who cares deeply about the world her children live in and all of our children live in. I don't know what y'all think about this. Sound off in the comment section below. I have Trump supporters. I have Kamala Harris supporters. Let me know what you think. I like that she was like, yo, I'm not here as a celebrity. I'm not here as a singer. I'm here as a mother. I think it was really nice to hear her say that. But let me know what you guys think. Of course, over the weekend, that's what everybody was talking about. What did you think of her speech? What do you think about her endorsement? Do you think it's going to change anyone's mind? Do you think anybody cares? Or do you actually not believe her and she was there as a celebrity to kind of gain your votes? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our eighth and final quick story. RIP to hip-hop legend DJ Clark Kent passing away at age 57 years old after a 3-year battle with cancer. DJ Clark Kent produced classics and notably introduced Dame Dash, Notorious B.I.G. to Jay-Z. This is something personal for me. DJ Clark Kent showed up to my 4th store opening in Laval. He actually cut the ribbon to my store opening. Clark Kent was a really good dude. Let me just read to you a little bit of his accolades for those of you who don't know. Clark Kent was known as a producer, tastemaker, and culture creator, and he has worked on classics like Jay-Z and Biggie's Brooklyn Finest, Mariah Carey's Loverboy remix, Junior Mafia's Player Anthem, and he also introduced Dame Dash and Biggie to Jay-Z, which led to history being made. Yo, shout out to Kent, man. Kent is such a good dude. I'm going to tell you guys a little story about when Kent came down to my store opening in Laval in Montreal for my 4th store opening, just to let you know how much of a good dude he is, okay? So we had all the paperwork and all the stuff done. His flight was booked. He was supposed to land on Friday and leave on Saturday, okay? He called me up and he was like, look, I know everything is set, but Jay-Z and Beyonce just asked me to DJ a party Friday night. Do you mind if I come down Saturday morning instead? I was like, yo, Kent, listen, I don't want to take the chance of you missing your flight and then you not showing up. There's people lined up. People want to see you. We have everything set up. Can you please just come Friday? He's like, all right, say less. He decided to come down on the Friday. He didn't have to do that, but because he knew people are outside, because he knew we already had everything already signed up for him, he did that. He did not have to. He could have went out and did his thing with Jay-Z and Beyonce, made his money and just come in on a Saturday. He didn't want to take the chance. And he's just a good dude for that. We went out to dinner that night. We had steak. I was like, yo, thank you. I just wanted to make his Friday night fun. It could never have matched, being with Jay-Z and Beyonce, but that's just how much of a good dude he was. Ken is probably, to me, the biggest person in sneaker culture, although he didn't like that word sneaker culture. For him, it's sneaker community. But I could go on and on about Kent. He's the reason why I wear Air Force Ones every day. That was his favorite shoe, white on white Air Force One. For him, there was no shoe greater than that. But anyways, shout out to Clark Kent. Everything he did in the hip hop industry, everything he did in the sneaker industry, just a really good dude. And yeah, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting the Exo City brand. And may you rest in peace. All right, this brings us to question of the day. All right, we're a little low on time, so I got to go quickly. All right, what's a sign that somebody has low intelligence? All right, we're not going to get disrespectful. We're going to keep it fun. All right, somebody said having a high-end car and living in an apartment. Yeah, definitely agree with that. Justin82 said, if they're an Aquarius, I already know they're a little slow. Respectfully, that's just disrespectful. Somebody said voting for Kamala Harris. Horrible. Somebody said having money and still choosing to be unhappy. Yo, you think money makes you happy? You clearly just don't have money. Rebecca Roberto 82 said letting a man drop you off at work with your own car. What does that have to do with intelligence? Suppose that's anyways, I'm not going to answer that. I don't have time. All right, here we have balance. Somebody said somebody voting for Trump. All right. Somebody said when you write sorry for your lost, L-O-S-T instead of L-O-S-S. And I'm dyslexic and I even know it's L-O-S-S. That's a good one. Chef Bay said, don't come to me about worshiping celebrities because that is definitely a sign that you're slow. I don't know about all that, but I mean, I don't think anybody worships celebrities, but people just like celebrities. All right, somebody says you're a little slow if you are racist. All right. Somebody said, let me find some funny ones. Being a woman and, okay, no, that's another political thing. We're not going to get into that. Somebody said arguing with strangers on the internet. That, I don't know if that's low IQ, but I definitely question that. Like a little one or two line out here, but a full argument, it's a little ridiculous. Somebody said not believing in Jesus. Okay. Not taking accountability. Somebody said having another child by the same man that you call a deadbeat. Somebody said being obsessed and emotionally invested in celebrities' lives. Okay, we're trying to find some fun ones, man. Anyways, somebody sent me some fun. Somebody said saying the L in salmon. Okay, that is what I'm looking for. It's not salmon, it's salmon. Send me your answers. Let me know somebody or a sign that somebody has low intelligence. Try to make them funny. We try to keep it upbeat here in the Trent Out Loud podcast. Send me your emails, trentoutloud@cfqr600.com, or comment below. What is a sign of somebody that has very low intelligence? All right, this brings us to sports news. Bronny James to split his time between the NBA and the G League. Thank the Lord. Bronny James will be splitting his time between active rosters with the G League and the NBA starting November the 6th. I'm really happy to hear about this. Shout out to Bronny and LeBron. I love all of this or whatever, but this is going to just end the conversation about it, right? Like he belongs in the G League. Yo, they did it. They signed him. They brought him in there. He played one game. He was on the court. It was everywhere. It went viral. LeBron James gets to have his dream. It's over now. Could we stop talking about it? It's done. He's going to go in the G League. Maybe he may never come back up to the NBA. They're saying he's going to split games, but maybe he might not ever get on the court. LeBron James just wanted to be on the court with his son. He wanted to be the first basketball player to do that. Let him do it. LeBron is one of, top 3 greatest players of all time. He earned the right. Can we stop talking about it and move on? All right? Done. All right, that is my Monday show. Thank you so much for kicking with me. I hope I was able to kind of just brighten up your Monday. We all know that everybody hates Mondays. I'll see you all tomorrow. Just want to remind you guys of all the ways to keep up with the show. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube or listening to it on podcast platforms, please try to check me out Monday through Friday on cfqr600.com or 600 AM if you're in the Montreal area. We do play the Trent Out Loud podcast, but we mix it in with 90s and 2000s hip-hop and R&B. It's a great hour. It's a great way to get your entertainment and viral news. And just check me out. Vice versa, for those of you who are used to listening on cfqr600.com and you cannot always listen from 11 to 12, we know you're busy, you got Zoom, kids, life be lifing sometimes, and you can't always catch the Trent Out Loud podcast. Don't worry, we have 3 ways for you to stay up with the show. On cfqr600.com, there is a link that says play it again or listen again. Just click that link and it will open all of the podcasts. For the Trent Out Loud podcast, you could listen there. You could obviously listen on YouTube or on podcast platforms. Just go to your desired site, type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show, and we do upload daily. Lastly, if you're like me and you like to watch your podcast, yes, there's YouTube, but Spotify also now supports video, so you can check us out on either platform. Follow me on any social media platform. It's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. Don't forget to follow the media company, Extra City Media, on Instagram. Stay tuned for Don Smooth with the Midday Mix. For those of you who are listening on CFQR, Don is always dropping the hits. Don, you're up next. For the rest of you, I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a great, great Monday. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Turn Out Loud. Peace.